Hi, in this video we're going to be looking at this Admiral Ackbar UKG graded figure, and I've got my loose figure from childhood there. What I did is printed this out from Variant Villain, and the figure that's graded is a No COO figure, so it's one of these ones. But it's really hard to tell which one it is. So you've got left leg unaltered, you've got Meccano with rough scar with letter impressions, which is the one that sort of, I think I can see that in the back of the leg. It's really difficult to see though. There's a rough scar. That's almost like a Spanish figure there. That's really, you can see how they've just gouged out the Hong Kong. There's a H&N remnants, which would be the Smile No COO, and then there's dots remaining. But it's really hard to tell which version it is. It's definitely a No COO, which is what UKG graded it. I mean, you've got different COOs, so you go to Variant Villain and you can go see the Unitoy Lucasfilm Limited. That's the which you see on this Hong Kong figure there. Lucasfilm Limited 1982, Hong Kong date stamp. So you see the Hong Kong there. What could be the even just looking at a regular figure. So I'd say that's the Mexican Lily Lede. So these are Lede. Or Unitoy. So that's the Unitoy, that's the Lede. Smile. I mean, they're so hard to tell apart. I mean, you know, got to have good eyes as well. I can barely see these. I can see the Hong Kong there. Lucasfilm Limited. So this is either a Unitoy or a Smile. Soft stamp impressions on the 1982. What would you say that was? I'd say that's kind of pretty sharp, really. Large dot. They expect us to see. Well, you can see the NFL 1982 on this leg really well, and then the Hong Kong. So, yep, Hong Kong. Soft stamp impression. I don't think this is a soft stamp impression though, but then again it could be. Then you've got the Taiwan. That'd be because it would say Taiwan in the leg, but then it's these ones that are the hardest. Meccano. And then this has sort of been sold on a Palatoy card. And then Meccano would be for the French market. These two. Left leg unaltered. So, yeah, really. This is like advanced COO identification. So this is a Hong Kong Unitoy or Smile figure. Just shows you how hard it is to identify these figures. And then we've got this graded figure, and this is 1982 date stamp, I believe. Yeah, Lucasfilm Limited No COO, figure 75, paint is 80, overall grade is 75. The guy that sold this on eBay did describe it as a Meccano, but I don't think so you've got the Lucasfilm Limited 1982 there. And you can see the scar there, it's been removed. There's faint impressions of letters there. If you hold it, like maybe the top bits of the letters there. Really difficult to, you know, describe this, but I think you can see like small, tiny bits of the letters that were just cut away. It's not a deep scar though, it's like a light cut. It's almost like a ridge of thin plastic, which would have been perhaps the tops of the Hong Kong, maybe. It's very confusing.com, and but interesting, I guess, because if you were into getting all the variants of the figures, then you know, I mean, most interesting really, but yeah. So, Star Wars Admiral Ackbar, 1982, Lucasfilm Limited, No COO, figure 75, paint 80%. So the guy that probably sold this to me, he probably was into all the variants of the figures and stuff like that, and you know, so I mean, comparing the two, I'd say the Hong Kong has a sort of more reddish on the forelimbs. The head, the colour is very similar, if not identical. Eye paint colour, very hard to. I say that this Hong Kong's got whiter legs definitely, and forearms. The beige on the sort of bib is a bit more. This is more grey actually, I think. So yeah. So I mean, it really comes down to just examining it with your eyes and becoming an expert yourself, and having a few Admiral Ackbar figures so you can sort of learn to differentiate, I guess. Comes with that staff there, pointer. But yeah, it's so hard to tell what this is. So it could just be a regular Hong Kong No COO. It's either a regular Hong Kong No COO or Meccano. But it's so difficult. I mean, you just have to take in other factors like the paint scheme and all that sort of stuff. But this has got a more yellowish tinge to the plastic than this one. It's brighter white. I think the sculpting's sharper on this one. Very difficult to see any colour differences really, especially in the head. So yeah. So in conclusion, we cannot conclude whether this is a Meccano or a No COO Hong Kong. But we can see an interesting scar. I mean, I'd say that line there is like maybe the top bit of the Hong Kong that's been cut away. So that would have been cut away in the mould. Let's compare the two back legs. Or the bottom actually. Or maybe it's this bit here. That would be this bit here. This ridge there, below the Hong Kong. So the letters would be, though, just if there's any impressions or, you know. But it looks pretty much cut away, which could be the dots remaining version. Anyway, I'd just say it's just a No COO. So if you've watched this to the end, you've watched the pretty inconclusive video. Anyway, cheers, goodbye.